Doesn't even matter. Drift out to sea, some natural catastrophe. There's no place I'd rather be. Hi, Gemini. Happy June. Happy your birthday. Happy birthday. I was getting ready to do your reading, and that was what was playing. Which is like very y'all. So, hey, I said, well, let me turn on the camera. And I'm doing a last moment prep. I've already like got myself centered though, so it's all good. I'm so happy to see you. Shout out to all the Geminis in the world celebrating their birthday. Nothing matters but a good time and this good weather that so many of us are having. The DC area has been like up and down, so I was grateful for sunshine today and yesterday, and I'll keep on being. I've been carrying my sunglasses with me, like, yeah, just let the sun come and I'll be prepared. Like, I'm gonna be grateful for it whenever it comes. Anyway, so I've decided to do a little bit of a longer reading. So it's going to be a 10 card spread that I'm using, similar to the Celtic Cross. So if you've had an experience like that, you know how it goes. It's a progression. It's June, but at this point it might leak a bit into July, and that's okay. And yeah, shout out to all the Geminis. My brother's a Gemini. Now shout out to Trump. If you're a Trump supporter, you don't actually like have to be here if you don't want to. Thanks. And so there are some cool Geminis out here. I mean, shout out to Kanye's mental illness, and hope he gets some work, some help with that. Yeah, so shout out to Ty, who's a wonderful Gemini. Shout out to my brother, who's a magnificent Gemini. You know, my magnificent students who are Geminis, who always bring me all the laughter. So yeah, that's what that's gonna be. So far, we have the the air conditioning is just like making my allergies weird. Anyway, so far, it makes sense. You all are in the middle of like a bit of a rebirth around your state of mind. And you've decided to just start. Okay, well, that's your whole reading right there. Okay, you've decided to put some time into building what you want for yourself. Okay, so y'all have a lot that y'all need at the end here. Okay, all right, y'all got a whole lot of cards at the end here. Okay, well, let me bunker down and try not to talk too long, because you know, y'all's attention span is short. I get it though. Fun. I got it. Nothing even matters. Okay, so like I said, I know this looks like crazy, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It just means that there's a change in the state of mind, and you're working hard. And as you can see, it's like he's not unhappy, but he's not happy. He's just like stagnant. But it's more like it's coming, okay? You've got to start with forgiveness and then make a choice. So there's a choice you need to make, and this is gonna be hard for y'all. So this particular card in this particular position in the spread is more about doing things in a traditional way, which you hate to do. But you have to make a choice. And if you decide to do things in the traditional way, it will help you to get a little unclouded, okay? So behind you, you made a judgment call that you thought was a great idea, okay? But it's kind of catapulted you into this place where you're not sure what to do. So if you have, okay, I see some things here. If this is around a relationship and you're not sure what decision to make with the relationship, weigh out the pros and cons. Because you care about this person. Okay? Clearly because you're thinking about it. If this has to do with your money, if it has to do with your money, hold tight. Because we haven't gotten all the way there yet. And if this has to do, there's not really a lot of family stuff here. So I wouldn't necessarily worry about that. And there's not a whole lot about like friendship here, so I wouldn't worry about that. But what I would think about is the relationship and business wise, or like your money. One or the other. They're very intertwined as far as I'm concerned. Anywho, so you are currently seeing yourself in this 9 of Wands energy here. And he's just kind of like building a fence. Like that's what he's doing, which is interesting because it's a mirror of what's helping you. So that means you're doing the right thing by like just stacking everything, right? Like stacking it up, stack your bread, stack your love for your relationship, and figure out what's working, okay? And then keep doing that because you're on the right path. So your friends, your friends and family, they just they just think you're over there just making magic happen, okay? They're like, ooh, this magical being. Concocting something. You know, y'all are always concocting something. You are. Y'all got lots of ideas, so keep concocting. They enjoy it, though. So, anywho. Okay. So, they just feel like you're in a good place, so they're not bothering you. So if you feel like people aren't like reaching out as much, it's just because they're like, oh, they're good. They good. Okay. So this is your hopes and fears. Or fears. In this particular case, though, because I'm just looking at the end result here as well. So right now, 2 things. This is the Gemini card. Yin and Yang. Which is just like you want to be yourself. So that's 1. Like if you have been looking for the sign of should you just like be yourself and break the traditional way of doing things, like yeah, actually you can, and it'll be successful. Okay, if you have a decision to make around money or a relationship, whatever you've been doing might not be working, and so you might have to go the traditional route. But that's only if the things that you normally would do aren't working. Okay, just do the opposite of what's not working. Really, like, that was a mouthful before, but that's the end result. Like, do the opposite, even if you don't want to, because y'all famous for that. I don't wanna. I know you don't, but like, damn it, life demands sometimes we do things we don't want to do. I didn't want to go to work for 12 hours today, but I did because Mimi love the kids. So I went and I did my job while also remembering like their kids. And you gotta remember it's life, you know. So don't be doing the same stuff that ain't working over and over again. Y'all are more intelligent than that, period. Like, period. As extreme as you might be, some of y'all, you're intelligent beings. Okay, so the outcome is actually 3 different things here. Well, 3 cards, but I want to point out a couple things. The Strength card is here, which is like very much Leo energy here. If this has something to do with a Leo, do that. I know it seems difficult. I know it seems hard. You're probably going to have to do things in a non-traditional way, but do that, okay? Again, there's more fire energy here, where it could be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or Leo. And again, like, do that. Fight for that, okay? Like, fight for that. Go toe-to-toe for that. Okay, what was Candy's challenge back in the day? For the D? That wasn't her challenge. That was somebody else's challenge. I don't remember whose challenge it was, but I remember on Housewives of Atlanta. I clearly watch it every time it's on. They talk a lot about, I mean, they did like a whole lot of challenges, and she like made one up for everybody. And like, I'm telling you, Gemini, like, go for the D, okay? However that sounds. I'm not a rapper necessarily. I can sing an R&B joint, but that's it. Oh, I sound so DC. 7 years in the game, y'all. 7 years. Okay, so the last card for you that was like part of that whole shebang, and in the middle of those two was the Fool card. And I want to bring this to your attention. Geminis are considered childlike in a lot of ways. And they're also like a yin and yang, masculine, feminine sign. Like they like pretty much figure it out and fit in wherever, right? Okay, so in this particular case, so like the Fool has two pieces of information for you, okay? The new beginning is coming. This one that you're waiting on is coming. This state of mind change is coming. This is like the culmination, right? Like, God damn. Hallelujah. Damn. Ah. Nope. Ah. Nope. Ah. Okay. Y'all feel me? Okay. So if there's like a change in the state of mind that you have to make, and you're just like, like, just do it. Just do it, Gemini. You're making life difficult for yourself. Okay. The other part of that is, again, back to the relationships. There is a choice you can make that will lead you down a new beginning, okay? Excuse me. The Fool card also reminds us to be childlike in how we approach things. Be curious, be open, just be wanting to learn, okay? Because you just don't know nothing. And really, like, we all only know so much, so it's all good. Anyway, I hope that the rest of your birthday time is phenomenal, as nothing else matters. And, if you want a personal reading, my contact information is in the box below, and I will see y'all soon, sooner than you think, I'm sure. Bye.